aboard our floating home. This morning you're joining us on the hook in a protected anchorage here on Denman Island in beautiful British Columbia. Like all cruisers, our lives are ruled by the weather, and today's forecast had us up before the sun, hauling up our anchor. We've actually been up since 5, just preparing the boat and doing some work because there is a beautiful wind blowing from the southwest today, and we are going to use it to make our way north. Here in the Inside Passage, the predominant wind in the summertime is a northwesterly, so when you get those southwesterlies and you're heading north, you want to sail. So that's what we're doing today. We're not quite sure where we're going to anchor. We've got a few places in mind, but we figure we'll just use the wind and see how far we make it and make a decision later on in the day. So, happy sailing.
Crossing the dredged channel of the Comox Bar landed us out in the open water of the Strait of Georgia, where we were greeted by the happy tales of humpback whales off in the distance. What wasn't waiting for us was the southerly that was forecasted to blow 20 knots, so instead of sailing north, we found ourselves becalmed, adrift, and patiently waiting for the wind.
Do you have a 10?
Nah.
Ooh.
Do you have a queen?
Go fish. Do you have a 2?
Go fish. Do you have a 7?
Go fish. Do you have a 5?
Go fish. Feel it? Yes. Yes. After being becalmed for the last hour and a half or so, the wind has finally arrived and I'm really excited to finally get going. I say we pull out the Genoa and we start heading north.
Well, the wind was worth waiting for. The front of that gusty southwesterly puffed us graciously downwind for 30 nautical miles, blowing us out of the Strait of Georgia and into Southerly Channel and the Discovery Islands. At this point, we started thinking about a place to drop the hook for the night. With the southwesterly forecasted to intensify overnight, we charted course for what is locally dubbed the Gorge, a super protected anchorage on Cortes Island hiding beyond this narrow passage. Safely inside this protected harbor, we scoured the bay for a place to anchor, then cozied in for the night. The next morning, we hopped in the dinghy bright and early and set out across the bay to discover this unique and quirky boater's hideaway. After our harbor cruise, we tied up to the dinghy dock and climbed ashore to stretch our sea legs and explore the scene. Turns out the Gorge Marina is a pretty snazzy spot, a popular vacationer's paradise and staging point for those looking to explore nearby Desolation Sound and the Discovery Islands. Owned by the Clawhoose First Nation, the resort offers a fully stocked liquor and grocery store where you can buy cold ice and anything else you desire, shower and laundry facilities, picnic area with a pool, and fireside patio. You can fill your gills with food without having to cook yourself, while cheap cruisers might be found making good use of the free Wi-Fi here. We stocked up on a few fresh goodies, then hiked up a nearby hill to enjoy the view.
We're going to leave you here for now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Join us next week as we cruise through some of the most hazardous waters on this coast. See you next Wednesday.